Yeah. So is it really about giving grace?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think grace is definitely the right word for that. Just giving people space to work out the trials that they're in,
Yeah.
and not coming in and taking over and or standing at a distance and judging, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, giving people a minute to work through it.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm just thinking out loud. Is is grace something we learn? You know what I mean? Is that
Yeah.
it seems like, so you know how you meet somebody and it feels like, God, they're just full of grace for just full of grace. And I just don't know, did they learn it, or is it something that just sort of came to them somehow? I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. I don't know.
it's weird.
It is weird. I feel like there's like such a great balance of like, grace and justice. Like I think sometimes, I think they work together.
Wow.
I think sometimes like people think of grace as like the idea that, oh, you just got to let it pass. Just give that person grace. And I think sometimes grace is telling somebody like is more about like the tone and the approach than it is necessarily about the content. Like if
Yeah.
you go to somebody and say, hey man, you really messed up. You really, you know, but I'm here for you. That's different than going to them and going, hey, you messed up and you're a
Right.
terrible person.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. That's a great thought. I don't know whether it's learned or not. Hopefully it is, so we can all participate.
Right. Yeah. Well, then I'm just going to jump into the lyric. We're all stumbling through the darkness, because I think that's what we're doing, whether we're whatever's going on, and that's going into the song, the title track, "Good Light."
Yeah,
And maybe that's part of it too, is understanding that we're all stumbling through, and that's part of grace, And
yeah. Well, I think grace flows out of a recognition of your own limitation. Your own failure. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you kind of look at somebody else's screwing up and you go, yeah, I know what that's like. you know,
yeah,
because I think stumbling through the darkness. Yeah, once we realize that, we're all just doing the best we can with with all the curveballs that life can throw us.
yeah.
You know.
So is here's a good light shining on you, or shining in you. Sorry about that.
No.
Is this a big spiritual song for you?
No, it's not really. I mean, it's hard for me to differentiate what's like, spiritual or not. Because in some ways, I mean, when I wrote that lyric, what I was just thinking of it's similar to Another Man's Shoes. I mean, it's kind of part B.
Right. Yeah. That's how I'm looking at it.
When I wrote that chorus, I actually was thinking about, at the time, my unborn daughter, just like thinking about, when the really difficult, frustrating, disappointing things in life come her way, which are unavoidable. I just want her to know that, there's something good in you. And I think the tag of that chorus is the thesis. If the song is an essay, it's, and I need it tonight. Like,
Yeah.
we need each other. You can't struggle through alone. If you do, you can struggle through alone, but it won't go so well for you. So yeah, I think that chorus is just like a reminder to someone who's walking through the shit, that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and part of the light at the end of the tunnel is the fact that I need that person.
Mm-hmm.
You need those people in your life that recognize who you really are, and because the courses are kind of about this like kind of one-dimensional pursuits, wasted time, wasted money, kind of spending your time searching for things that are, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So yeah,